Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. Price analysis on Bitcoin and some altcoins, some chosen by you, some chosen by me. And we'll have a look at what's going on across the board. A little tiny bounce on the market, but nothing too substantial to get excited about yet. I've not really covered much content recently. I just wanted to step away from YouTube while we had so much shit going on across the markets with SBF and FTX. So I just thought it was a good time just to step away. I've done a couple of videos, but nothing too over the top. So I'm going to jump back into it now the dust is kind of settling. We know that SPF has been summoned into court, so let's see what goes on with that. But with everything that happens in crypto, it's always an opportunity. And for me, I've been buying. Not too ridiculous, just been filling little orders here and there and just waiting for that time. Who knows where the bottom is? I mean, we are kind of malingering around this area now. If you look at the charts, we have a bit of a zoom in. You can see that we are forming some type of, what would you call a range around this point here now. The highs are around here, the lows are around 15,700. We've had a bounce down to 15,400 and people are still expecting the price to go lower. I mean, how low do people want it to go? People are expecting 10k, 12k. Who cares where the bottom is? What you need to do is just start laddering in, because if you're waiting to pick the exact bottom, there's a good chance that you aren't going to find the bottom and then you're just going to be waiting forever. So at some stage you need to really question yourself and say, look, do I like this asset? Do I like what they're doing? Is it undervalued? Yes. Look at some assets now. Insanely undervalued in my opinion. We've had a lot of shit going on, not just with crypto, but within the global macro outlook. The world economy is just all battered. Rising energies, war, inflation. All that tied in with some black swan events in terms of SBF, in terms of Celsius, 3 Arrows Capital. We have been through a hell of a storm this year. And at some point you've got to question yourself, where am I happy to buy? I was happy to buy up here, and I'm still happy with those buys because I'm starting to ladder into position. The fact it could go lower is always on the table. You're not going to lose that crypto. You're just going to go down in dollar value. So it is what it is. But like I say, at some point you need to start buying. If you look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame and have a zoom out, yeah, it looks shit. We've actually closed a couple of weekly candles below this major support level here at around 1700 and, well, let's call it 1,000, spit it out. 17,600. We have closed a few levels below there, a few candles should I say, and it is what it is. I mean, I mentioned in previous video, if we come down and we start trading with here, then we are into a new range, because this would be the low range, which was major support at 11,800. High range up here is that one that I've talked about, 17,500, and then we've got an EQ here around 14,700. If this is not a deviation, then this is a range that I can see is trading in now for quite a while. Up and down here, who knows until next year before we start getting any move to the upside. There is a potential about that this is just a deviation. We'll come back, reclaim 17,800, and then we start pushing on and forming a little bit of a range before we come and test some of these highs here. We've got around 25k, 22k, and then this level here, which is a previous high at 20k. So just two options there for you to monitor. We either come into this range or we start reclaiming 17,600, flip back to support. Like I say, that would be a deviation, and then we start pushing back up and we try and form a new base layer up here. But that is what I want to see. I want to see reclaim 17,600. If we reclaim that, then let's keep as thoughts up there, and hopefully pray to hell that we do manage to stay up there, because it's been bleak, hasn't it? The last year has been very bleak. So that's Bitcoin covered. Let's take a look at some altcoins. We have had a few requests. METIS was up there, and look at that. One of my favourite assets, which looks like an absolute rug pull, and most assets do. I mean, if you look at the very high point, on the price range there, the highs went up to 176. So very lows, we actually went down 92%. We're actually not at that low point yet, but we have kind of bounced around this $16 region. I've been buying. I've actually bought some at 32, which is underwater. I bought some more around here at 21.83. That's underwater. But previous buys have been down at these levels too, so slightly underwater on that, but I'm not too fussed, to be honest. It's an asset that I like. It's an asset that I think will do well in the future, and I'm happy to sit underwater. It's capital that I can use to dispose. So What happens next, who knows? This is a tasty buying level down at $15. It is a bottom. I'm not sure on previous charts where the bottom is, or if this is a bottom, but can't be else looking at a chart for now. But this is a bottom on this this BitGet chart. It's one I use to do most of my trading. So we're going to use this for now. And that is down at $15. We formed a base, we pushed up. Can't believe we rallied at 49 and then slammed it back down, but it is what it is. I'm looking to still take profit here at 20, so here at 32. If the price comes at 32, I'll be taking substantial profits, only in order to buy back in. It's one of my favourite assets, and I'm happy to buy back in. So what we need to do is reclaim 21. That will then send my other order into the green. If you're looking for buys though, I would still consider $14, $15 around here. Sell levels, if you've bought down here, then I would consider sell levels at $21.94. And then look back up here. Maybe use some of these wicks. If you look at this region here, it's a nice level at 27. It was a major support level here. If we put that on as an extended horizontal ray, look at that level there. Support, so support wick there, and then major support levels down here. So who knows, 27 could be a decent level, and then 32. I've got some big sell levels up at 32. Who knows if we get there. But if you're looking at that, if you've managed to buy down here and sell it there, it's 180% move. I've bought here, so I'm looking to take profit there, around a 50% swing. So that's something I'm still looking for. And let's see what goes on. Elrond is another asset people have been asking for, and this is still in a range-bound price action. And that's quite good, to be honest. It is showing that there's major support down here at $39, $40. And then we've got EQ up here. Everything I'm looking at now is range-bound price action, and then we'll methodically work up in levels where we can look to sell. So for me now, this is a first selling level at 53, if it does get back up there, and then you got another big selling level at 67. If we do break out of there and get some daily closures, we didn't get any daily closures last time, did we? We broke above. Every time we got above, we rejected. So we're looking for any closures on a daily time frame above 67 for any type of substantial growth. And beyond that, you're looking for sell levels up at 199 and then 126. If we break down from here, then you've got some tasty levels down at this wick here around 27, which is close to towards the top of it. So between 27 and 29 could be a decent buying level for you to, if we do break it below that. And that's again, if we get any closures below that level, then that is an area where I would consider looking to short it. That's two of the major caps I want to take a look at. RSR, another asset which I still think is fundamentally strong, and it has taken an absolute pasting. I mean, if you look at this from the highs, it looks the worst one out of a lot, to be honest. Look at that wick. Highs there, down to lows. You're talking 97% drop, which is insane considering what this asset is doing. But then again, with everything that's gone on with stables, with UST, loads of the stablecoin FUD, you could probably appreciate why it has dropped down, but I think personally it's a really good asset, and I'm continuing to accumulate. I've actually bought some more around here, around 0.005, so that's half of a cent. And I would look to buy it around here. I think 0.003 is a decent level. That's a third of a cent. And then if we do drop that down there and get some daily closures, then you're going to look at it down like 0.1 of a penny, which is very, very low. But it's just a level that you can use to target. Beyond that, take profit at 1.1 and 1.6 cent. And still the major targets. And then 2.2 cent all the way up there. That is one of the lower caps. We'll take a look at Feather. This is an asset that I've been also accumulating. It's an asset that I fundamentally like. They are actually doing some stuff with Polkadot. Their chain's going to be in towards Polkadot. Loads of stuff going on. DeFi at heart. CFRMX, FRMX. There's lots going on. I've done a video on it, so if you want to go and check out the fundamentals about FRM, there is a video on my timeline. It's very recently, within the last 3 or 4 weeks, so go and check it out. But in terms of buying levels, I would not even consider looking at specific levels. It is insanely low, and I would just be starting to buy up. If you're looking to take profit, we've got a major level up here at 0.06, that's 6 cent, and then beyond there we'll have a look at some other levels. But for now, buys, I would be buying the hell out of this, and it is down at 2 cent, 2.8 cent. Team are continuing to do those buybacks, continuing to develop. They've got a massive team, a strong team, which are continuing the development of this project. And when the asset returns, well, I should say when the market returns to a bull market, I think this is one of those assets that will really turn the burners on. You'll really start to see some good growth. But yeah, I mean, buys, if you want to be a bit technical, you could look down at this level here, pretty much at 1 point, 1.9, 2 cent, could be a decent level for you to buy. It's bounced off that level quite a few times. Take profits here at 5 cent, and then up at 6.8, and then beyond that, hold on for dear life, because it's a solid asset and I think it will do really, really well. But that's it. That's my thoughts on some assets asked by you guys and some assets that I'm holding. But plenty more videos to come. We're just waiting for that dust to settle across the markets, and then we'll start producing some more content. We'll look at some more technical analysis. But at the minute, it's just been sell from everybody. So for me personally, I think it's good because I'm buying at those key levels where I think the asset is undervalued. But for your average Joe, looking at the prices thinking, fuck, it's not going to go back up. It will go back up at some point. But that's it. That's it from me today. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.